She's the prettiest girl in Graham County. I wish y'all could see her, those of you that haven't. And I'd put her up against most wives. My mama might have beat her. But other than that, she's been a good one to me. And I was telling, I believe it was Brother AC, you know, that I was talking to the church this morning about the easiest way to have a happy life is to be grateful for what you've got.
Yeah.
I've rode in cars with miserable millionaires, and I rode in a car with a man that was reputed to be a billionaire, and he was just as happy as he could be, busy at giving away his money. I've seen miserable poor people, and I've seen happy poor people.
Yeah.
The key is to be thankful and to cultivate a thankful heart.
Amen.
But I was sitting there in a living room, and I was just thinking about how good my wife is to me. And my mind went back to when we first got married, and I did a very foolish thing, Mr. Deacon. I challenged my wife to a love contest. But now in my defense, this was before I'd played in a game of putt-putt, and she beat me bad. And I didn't realize how competitive she was. She beat me real bad, and she brought the scorecard home and hung it on the refrigerator and just rubbed it in. But still, she said, love contest? I said, yeah. I said, let's me and you see who can be the best to each other. I believe I can love you better than you love me. And she said, no, you can't. And I said, yes, I can. And there we went. And she's beat me every day. But I try to do my best not to let her beat me, not skunk me, in other words. I still try to remember flowers, fellas. I still make sure she knows every day that I love her. I'm not one of those that says, I told you the day we got married, if I change my mind, I'll let you know. You ever seen that? I tell her maybe sometimes too much, but I tell you what, I know from experience that you'll never regret telling somebody too much that you love them, but you'll sure hate it that you didn't say it enough.
Yeah, that's true.
So I sat there and I got to thinking, I said, Lord, there is no way I could ever pay that woman back for all the good and sweet and wonderful things she does for me. I mean, she irons my shirts. She makes sure that my suits are ready. I could just go on and on and on. Then I realized, you know what, there was another debt that I don't have to pay because somebody else did.
Yeah.
And I believe you know where I'm going with that, but I'm going to try to sing this love/gospel song. Now, fellas, if you reach over and take your wife's hand and look her in the eyes while I sing this first verse, you might get a pan of biscuits. Our wife that loves me in so many precious ways, she's just better at this old sweet lover's game. I try hard not to fall behind, but there's something I must face. I owe a debt she says I'll never have to pay. When I look into her eyes, it's plain to see that's true love. They're looking back at me. Loving hearts won't keep a record of its deeds from day to day. I owe a debt, but she says I'll never have to pay. You know, it wouldn't hurt it once in a while for us as men to look at our wives and tell them we know what they do and thank them for it. Now listen. On a hill outside the city, a great atonement was made. His dripping body They're hanging on a tree. After a long night and a mocking trial, hear the final words he'd say. It is finished, now we'll never have to pay. When we finally look in Jesus' eyes, we'll see the greatest love ever known by you and me. His loving heart won't keep a record. There'll be no recollections made. I wrote a debt, but he says I'll never have to pay. I owe a debt, he says I'll never have to pay. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.